The first thing is knowing that our old man was crucified or co-crucified with him, that the body of the sin, and it's referring to the sin nature, that the body of the sin nature might be rendered ineffective. This is what your word done away with, or really caused to be idle. It's actually a word that literally means something can no longer produce what it's designed to produce. Now you think about that. The sin nature is going to try to produce desires in you, but when you're walking by the Spirit, it can't fulfill those desires anymore. It doesn't have the ability to fulfill those desires anymore. They're not going to work out. That we should no longer be slaves to the sin. Jump down to verse 11. This is the reckoning part of it. No reckoning yield. Well, I have to know. Well, now I have to count it to be true. To put it to my account. It's a logical, reasonable response to what God has actually says. Likewise, you reckon yourselves to be dead indeed to sin, but alive to God. Now, if I'm alive to God, that means, verse 13, I am going to yield my members to righteousness and stop yielding them to unrighteousness. This is how we deal with the sin nature. We don't ever say no. If we start focusing on doing the things that are right, and in verse 13, and stop presenting your members as instruments of unrighteousness to the sin, but present yourself to God as being alive out from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to God. And I did translate that as stop. I know in our translation says do not, but in the original it's a little stronger.